Hi there. Well, here we are. This is kind of part 3 of the portrait with a Kehinde-inspired luscious background. I'm going to talk about the portrait a little bit, and then we'll work a little bit on the background, and then I just want you to just do your work. So again, pinky swear, I promise I will finish everything I begin. When it gets hard, that won't be a reason to stop. I'll just keep going. I often am disappointed with my work as I'm working on it, but I just keep pushing myself, and then usually I'm delightfully surprised. So here we go with shading. If you read a little bit about Leonardo da Vinci, our little Renaissance thing, he was famous for his sfumato, which is this very soft shading that's not relying on lines. It's just relying on layers of light shades built up on each other to create your dark shadows and to create the illusion of form. So the more I kind of work on that, the more realistic this becomes. Years ago, I had the honor and privilege to meet good old Ansel Adams, and when I met him, I just want to say he had more life in his pinky than most people have in a lifetime. Ansel Adams is a renowned photographer who sadly did die, but he was very famous in California. I mean, he's very famous internationally. But anyway, in this opportunity I had when I met him, he was talking about the importance of value. And on one hand, he was talking about photography, but it translates to black and white drawing also. And that is, here's the wisdom, you want to get a range of grays. You want to go from white, you want to see white in your picture, and you want to see black in your picture or your photograph. And then what's super beautiful and important is just a range of grays going from very light to very dark. And a portrait gives us an opportunity to experiment with that. And the shadows are often right there in the edges. And things kind of change levels or change angles. And I just let this blend. And you can also use your finger to blend. And I want to give a shout out to Miss Miller, who also teaches art at Tech, and she's really the master shader. She's taught me a few tricks. So you don't want to rely on line, you want to rely on shadow. And if you have an opportunity to take art with her next year, I'd say do it. The next thing I'm going to do is just add some of this blue floral background, and that's my Kehinde Wiley moment. I was having sort of a hard time separating these by value, speaking of value, but I think it's going to be okay anyway. I want to try to get different patterns next to each other because I think that looks interesting. I've got a few solids I'm throwing in there. And you also try to, what's the word? Oh, try not to leave any white space of the background. Just try to fill everything in. So I can also put glue directly on the paper I'm going to glue. I've cut a variety of sizes, some big and some small. I'm curious to see what the bigs will look like. I know the smalls will all look magnificent. And as you can see, once you get going, it's fun. What was I going to tell you? Oh, also, if you're watching a program on Netflix or television, that's a good time to actually just do your cutting or anything. You can probably do your pasting too, but yeah, if you want to look at the screen, you can look at the screen more when you're just cutting these small pieces up. Okay, so we'll just go a little bit longer. You can see how this is coming together. Oh, I know what I want to show you. Here's another little trick. I like the idea of keeping the drawing black and white and the background is lush with color. I'm just going to put a little color pencil into the eye. And that kind of does this eerie thing of bringing the eyes to life. Or a beautiful thing, shall we say. And what if I put, I was just even a little pink in the edges there. The muscles that hold the eyeball in place. So just a little bit of colored pencil in the eyes, doing a little bit in the lip. Those of you who know how to do makeup, you might want to even add makeup to your character and to your portrait. And again, I use myself as a model, but I'm fine that it doesn't look like me at the end. It's just an interesting portrait. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you all now. Please work on your project. Fill the whole background right to the edge. And I look forward to seeing your artworks. So take care, and I love you, and I'll see you soon.